All right, welcome to the space where truth hits differently and epiphanies rearrange you. Whether you're on the podcast show listening in or if you're on YouTube, welcome. My name is Brianna, and I'm here to talk to you today about the pain of waiting. The pain of waiting. Waiting is the slowest form of self-abandonment. So tell me, who in this audience can relate to the form of self-abandonment through waiting? Or have you never actually really saw it that way? Because I'm going to give you some epiphanies and some insights that help me really move through this because trauma response can happen when we tell ourselves we're just waiting, okay? But waiting for what? What are we waiting for? Because the pain of waiting for someone else's approval will never actually land. And the heartache happens because we think that someone else is holding the key before we're able to progress, to move forward, or to have everything that we want, right? True or true? Do you know what I'm talking about? Have you been to a place in your life where you're like, man, I really want it all? But man, can I actually have it all? Right? Because the fear steps in and says, what? What does the fear tell you? No, I don't know what my parents are going to think about me. I don't know what society is going to think of me. I don't know how my friends are going to respond. I don't know, right? Do you see the trap? Can you already see how self-abandonment shows up in the form of waiting? Because under that illusion, you believe that someone has a key. And when someone else has the key to unlock your next frequency, then you're screwed, right? So let me tell you a little story of how this used to go for me. When I was in the waiting game, right? I was waiting to be seen, waiting, right? I wanted success and fame and to be seen so bad that I was willing to do whatever it took, right? So I thought I wanted success and I kept waiting to be seen, and I wouldn't allow myself to be seen unless I had achieved the dream. That looked like working in corporate for 10 years and then finding out at the end of the day, I'm not getting that golden nugget I thought I was going to get. I wasn't getting the gold star that I thought I was going to get. And so, what happened in that ideology of waiting for a certification, waiting until I know more, waiting until I succeed more. The problem with that is the more never ends. And even though more is great when it comes to our soul expansion, if we don't look at the limiting idea rooted in the mind, then we are in trouble because we didn't know that we started this game from a place of I'm waiting because that keeps me safe. And through that waiting, I'm slowly abandoning myself. Now, why would I use that language? Because self-abandonment happens when we say yes to all of the things we have to do in order to get there. And we say no to the very dream, the very idea, the very thing, knock, 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 knocking on your door, saying, do the damn thing. And then your belief system says, nah, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait until I feel like it, right? That used to be my biggest thing. If I feel like it, I'll do it. If I don't feel like it, I won't. And I'm going to call that authenticity. But what happened in the waiting game is as long as I was waiting for my coworkers and my CEOs to see me in corporate, as long as I was waiting, what was I doing? I was self-abandoning until one day that abandonment was louder than the activity I was doing every single day. So what did I do? I transitioned and I quit my 10-year career. Was that uncomfortable? Holy hell, yes. And was it just as equally, if not more, fulfilling than anything I did inside of those 10 years? Equally, yes. It's a whole body hell yes, right? So I want to actually give you three takeaways. I wrote them down because it was so potent when transmuting or receiving this download. So the three takeaways I want you to have for today is that waiting is not protection, okay? It's a paralysis. So when you're waiting and you're the thing I hear the most, and I can already hear it now, is I'm waiting for the money to show up before the thing. Or I'm waiting for my husband or partner to get on board before they see my vision. Or I'm waiting because of X, Y, and Z. When you're waiting, that waiting threshold, it doesn't just hold you back as a security blanket. What it does is it starves you. So I created an Instagram post. You'll have to go read it, and the idea is that we're so starved that we don't know what to do to get it. We just know that we want to go get it. The problem, though, is the brain tricks us into 3 or 10 or 15 things we have to do before we're allowed to just say, yes, I no longer wait. Now, here's what I want to be very clear on. So, takeaway one: one is waiting is not protection, it is a paralysis. Idea number two, I want you to walk away with is that waiting shows up as a cloak or, like a hidden mechanism. You ever think of like Harry Potter when they're like, cloak, you can't see me. Well, waiting is the cloak that puts this like sort of illusion over your heart's desire, because the lie is that your desire is wrong or evil or corrupt or will misguide you into some unknown place, right? And we don't actually want to believe that. So number two, the longer you wait, this one's a goodie. This one is a goodie. So write it down, okay? The longer you wait, the heavier it gets. Okay. I'm going to share another transformational story with you because my book is coming out and will be birthed at the end of June. And I'm so excited, so anticipating this moment. But how long do you think I sat on the idea of writing a book? Any takers? Put it in chat. Any takers? If you're on podcast, you just comment below and be like, Brie, I'm guessing. Okay, it took me more than 5.5 years to sit on that idea, and probably longer because when I was a child, I always knew I was a speaker and author. Now, how do I publicly tell you that at the same time that I tell you, man, it's not even launched yet? Because I understood this breakthrough, and this breakthrough finally clicked when I realized takeaway number two: the longer you wait, the heavier it gets. You already know what your heart desires. Okay, don't tell me you don't know. And if you don't know, genuinely, awesome. It's okay to start somewhere. Like literally write down one idea that you have, just one, and I'll guarantee you that that idea has been hanging out with you for a very long time, like a bestie. You just keep telling it to shh, it's not time yet. Shh, it's not time yet. That's the freaking lie. When is the right time, sister? Like, wake up. Okay, takeaway number three. And I know that we've heard this before, but I'm going to word it in a different way so that the epiphany lands. No one is coming to crown you. Now, I did some epic retreats with some amazing friends for the last 2 years. And part of those retreats was a ceremony of being crowned, right? And that was so powerful because what it did is you step into an identity of no one is coming to crown you. So when you crown yourself, I have goosebumps. When you crown yourself, you stop playing the emotional permission game. You stop playing the emotional permission game. Now, you see this banner back here, right? It's me. It's my business. Universal Love Academy is my business where I do coaching, I do products, I'm birthing my book, I'm a speaker, all the things. But that banner, did I actually need it before it got printed? No. Why did I print it before so? Because I have already anticipated the crown has been put on me. I made that decision. Way before the banner showed up, I said, all right, I'm gonna crown myself. Because not only is the business birthed, now the identity's birthed, and I got no excuses. I ain't waiting. So the best thing that you can do for your nervous system is to retrain yourself, whether you're tapping on your collarbone, whether you're, holding your hands and pushing them together, we've got to anchor it into the body. So let's be clear, techniques are not as important as the intention, but the intention moving into the body is what creates the result. So tapping, when tapping on your collarbone, is just a way to take that piece of information into the body. We don't want to just get trapped in the head and be like, I am a superstar, and then never actually freaking believe it. Do you know what I'm saying? So here is what I want you to tap in my program. I no longer self-abandon. I no longer self-abandon. I no longer self-abandon. Waiting is a protection mechanism I no longer need. Welcome in the new timeline. I have goosebumps. Do you feel that? Because I do. Now, here's another aha I want to give you. Waiting is a mechanism I no longer need. Okay, so here's the coolest thing. Let that integrate. Let that come in. Let that swirl within your essence, girlfriend. When you understand that very little of this requires a lot of action and a lot of it just starts with a decision, it gets real damn easy. And if you don't know me by now, hello again. I am Brianna. My life's work is to simplify and to get to the essence, the very core essence of things. I grow and I help my community grow when I share all of the epiphanies that I've had. And my purpose is to help you understand different core concepts that can change your life, understand your frequency, understand your gifts, understand your totality, understand so much about you. And as I operate in that paradigm of helping you understand, I know that when you understand, you will choose to stand. You will no longer hide. You'll slouch your shoulders and be all dopey, right? No, I know that when I help you understand, you will choose to stand. Now, I'm Brianna. I'm in a war. I war for the voices that have been oppressed. But for today, let's start with waiting is painful. We no longer need it. Key takeaway one, waiting is not protection. It's paralysis. It keeps you stuck from going after your desires. Key takeaway number two, the longer you wait, the heavier it gets. We don't like to wear weight. Hello. We don't have weight issues in obesity. It's literally energetically, spiritually, and emotionally heavy because I won't just take the first step. Okay. And then takeaway number three, no one is coming to crown you. So today, before we wrap up this beautiful episode, I want you to energetically pick up your crown. I don't care if you're driving, doesn't take two hands because it's all intention. Take your dang crown, place it on your head, decide today, no one is coming to crown you. Waiting is an illusion. We no longer self-abandon. We no longer wait for someone to see us. We no longer wait to be epic. We no longer wait to decide we're iconic. We no longer wait to be seen as the amazing, heart-centered people that we are. And with that, I am going to invite you into a very sacred webinar I put together for you, and no excuses because it's 100% free. And I'm going to educate you through the lens of human design and gene keys, exactly what your gifts are, what your message is, why you're here, why it matters, and how to actually become aligned using your soul, soul blueprint. So make sure to stop what you're doing, click the link below. I'll see you on the inside. There are limited seats, so get your booty in there. And remember, in order to take away the pain, it's a simple decision and no longer waiting. You no longer have to play the waiting game. I invite you to see yourself differently today. And I invite you to get into my training below. And until next call, I hope you have a kick-ass day. Thanks, guys. See ya.